Hi class, so today we're going to be talking about lesson 85, multiplying by 10, by 100, and by 1,000. So a few lessons ago, we learned how to multiply by tens. So remember, we scooted over where we have the 1 underneath and then the 0 after it. So basically when you're going to multiply by 10, you're literally adding one number after this one. So you bring down your 0. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 1 is 1. So it's still the same number, 123 with the 0 behind it. So now your 123 times 10 is 1,230. So that's how we would multiply if we're multiplying by 10. Now we're going to multiply the same number, but by 100. You're still gonna put your 1 down here, but now instead of just 1 0, there's gonna be 2 zeros. So you're gonna bring down your 2 zeros. Now you do your multiplication. 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1. So now your answer is 12,300. So basically whatever you're multiplying by, whether it be 10, 100, or 1,000, however many numbers are after the 1, that's how many zeros you're going to be adding after your number. So 123 times 100, you just get 123. You put the 2 zeros from 100 behind it, and you get 12,300. That's a little bit of a faster way of getting it. Now we're going to multiply the same number, but by 1,000. So you still put your 1, but now instead of 1 or 2 zeros, now you're going to have 3 zeros. So it would be the same thing as if we were to have, because 3 times 1 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, and you add your 3 zeros, and now you get 123,000. And it works the same if you were to have dollars. So let's pretend we have $1.23 times 100. So you're going to bring down your 2 zeros. And then remember, when you're working with money, your decimal point after it goes out always goes before the 2 zeros. So now 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1, $123. Now, it's the same thing as if we were to move your decimal point, so you have $1.23 times 100. Oops, 100. So basically you want to move this over, there's 2 zeros, move it over 2 places, and 23 with 2 zeros behind it. So that is the lesson. We're going to go over a few of the examples. That way you can have a little bit of a better idea. So for example 1, it's wanting you to multiply the next numbers I'm about to write mentally. So A is 37 times 10. So it wants you to do it mentally. So 37, there's 1 0, 1 0, that's 370. Now I'm going to work it out, that way you can check it, times 10. Bring down your 0, 1 times 7 is 7, 1 times 3 is 3. 370. Your next one is going to be $6.12 times 100. Now remember, you're going to move it over however many zeros you have. So you're going 1, because there's 1 0, 2, 2 zeros. So now it's $612. And if you were to work it out, 1 times 2, 1 times 1, 1 times 6, $612. So it's the same thing. C, 45 cents times 1,000. So you're gonna write your 45, however many zeros are after it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now remember your decimal point goes before the two places, your place value, tens, hundredths, and your answer is $450. We only have that example for today, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do the lesson practice for you. Remember, when we learn a new lesson, I will be doing the lesson practices, and then there will be no assignment for that day, but the following day you'll have your homework assignment. So basically it wants you to multiply mentally. So it gives you the problems, and I kind of want you to try doing them in your head before I give you the answers, just to give you time to kind of practice doing them on your own mentally. The trick is to just write whatever number it's telling you to multiply and adding the same amount of zeros after that number. So I'm just gonna write A through C. Okay. So your number is 365, there's 1 0. So your answer is 3,650. Your next one, 52, your 2 zeros, 5,200. 7 times 1,000, now remember, 7 times 1 is 7, 1, 2, 3, so your answer is 7,000. Now we're gonna go ahead and move to the next few. I gave you 3, I'm gonna give you 3 more. So D is going to be $3.60 times 10. E, 420 times 100. And F is $2.50 times 1,000. Okay, so this one, 3, 6, 0, 0. So your answer is $36. The next one, 420, 1, 2. Oh, well, there's no, that's not dollar amounts. So it's going to be 42,000. Your next one, $2.50 times 1,000. So 250. 1, 2, 3. This is dollars, so we'll put our decimal point here. 2,500. And that is it for your lesson practice.